All right, so what have been some of the important influences for you in your coaching career?
Some of the most important influences for me have been actually my early life as an outdoor leadership guide. So I would have to say that I was probably guided by the power of nature. And when I was taking people down rivers, it was pretty easy to help people get focused because rocks are hard and water is wet. So results were results. We either got down the river safely or not. One of the other important influences for me was Ken Wilber, and he's a great thinker today, and he talked about it's sort of holographic thinking in the sense that whoever we are in our lives, whoever we are in this moment is who we are most of the time. And so it's really my power of observation of how somebody is showing up in the moment. And then I can extrapolate from there about what's happening in the workplace, how are they in their family system. And we're always part of a larger system as individuals. And so that has affected me a lot to understand that.
Great. What do you consider your personal signature to be as a coach in the marketplace?
Well, so no matter what I do, resilience, and the sense of resilience and the ability to bounce back from difficult situations seems to be a big focus for me, and it's a through line in all of my coaching. Also, it's very much about life cycles. So there's this statement from Emerson, and he said, nature does unconsciously what we have to do consciously. And so it's about when is how we're living no longer accurate? And when is it time to lay down the things that have made us successful to date? And when is it time to take up the next set of skills, beliefs, or story that we're telling ourselves about our lives and our work?
Great. I like that quote a lot.
Yeah, thank you.
When you walk out of a room or when you finish a coaching assignment, what would you like for people to say about you, or what do they say?
When I walk out of the room or when I've finished a coaching assignment, what I really want people to say is, wow, that was exactly what the doctor ordered. And Lynnea provided the perfect conditions for me so that I did it myself. Whatever I needed to have happen, I became what I imagined was possible. She reflected it back to me, and she helped me make it so. And we walked a very logical path to something that I didn't even know was possible for myself.
Nice. What legacy do you most hope to leave through your coaching?
The legacy that I hope to leave through my coaching is probably to leave a more beautiful world for the generations to come. And so I like to work with leaders who are cause-based, who have a purpose that they are really passionate about and that they can influence a lot of people for the positive future for our planet and our people and the youth that's coming behind us. I've had a beautiful life and lived in a beautiful world, and they deserve it as well. And so through my being able to offer people powerful questions that help them get clearer about something and help them beeline it to their important decisions that concerns the future of many, that's what I want to do.
Nice. What do you hope people do better or feel more as a result of your coaching?
What I hope people do better or feel more of as a result of my coaching, well, it just reminds me of a little story with my young son. We were in Hawaii in the afternoon, and we'd been swimming all day and had a wonderful time. And he reached out, we were holding hands, and just at that moment he said to me, "Mama, I feel better than myself." And I couldn't ask for anything more than that. That someone feels like they're best self, and that they are resourceful and have full access to what they imagine is possible for themselves, both in body, in mind, and in spirit.
What metaphor most closely resembles your coaching?
The metaphor that most closely resembles my coaching is that of uke. And what that means is I'm a practitioner of the martial arts, and so that is the name that they use in Japanese to represent the formidable opponent. And so, and even in Hebrew, the name for wife means helpful against. And so I provide just enough friction, just enough challenging questions, just enough. You know what I do? I challenge people when they're too comfortable, and I comfort people when they're too challenged. And I stay on the mat, most importantly. Going back to the metaphor of the uke, I stay on the mat with them, and we wrestle out what is really the best strategy for this unique person in front of me, given the situation that they're in.
That was great.
Thank you.
And finally, what do you wish most for the clients you work with? We touched on this a little.
Yeah, exactly. What I wish most for the clients that I'm with is everything that I already said.
That's fine. That's totally fair.
I did it! Thank you.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to add that we didn't cover or touch on? I mean, you wrote the questions, so I figured they're pretty comprehensive.
Yeah, no, I think really I've said pretty much whatever it is that I needed to say about coaching. Yeah, it's a privileged place that I have with people. I think I get to help people think more clearly for themselves. It's like I'm an extra brain, and I get to help people feel more clearly and more deeply what's theirs. And then out of that, the clouds can clear. And then they're able to make some really important choices. Again, on their own behalf, but also on behalf of all the people that they're beholden to in their companies, in their family, and for themselves. So it is such a privileged role. I'm honored to have the title coach. Thank you. Yeah.
All right. That was great.
Okay.